Let's get on the conference here. And ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to be joined with a lady who has been on the show twice. She is ranked in PWI Top 50 Women Wrestlers of 2012. And oh, by the way, she's the new NWA Women's Champion. Great pleasure once again to be joined with Kacee Carlisle. What's going on, Kacee?
Not much. How are you doing?
I'm doing real good, and thank you for joining me on such notice.
You are very welcome. It's my pleasure. I'm glad I was available.
And it just seems like every time you're on this show, there's always circumstances that comes along with it. But here we are again. I don't know what it is, but circumstances just always seems to come into the equation. But nonetheless, you came through, and I am forever thankful. And again, thank you for being on. We got a lot of catching up to do. The last time you called was this past April when the show celebrated its 1-year anniversary. So two main things I want to discuss with you, and we'll start off with the fact that you are the new NWA Women's Champion as of several weeks ago. You defeated Tasha Simone, and now that you had a few weeks to reflect and have it all sink in, how does it feel to be the NWA Women's Champion?
It feels just as humbling and as great as it did from the moment I won it on. It's quite an honor for me to have the title and to, be able to, to join such a list of ladies that have held this title. To say it's a prestigious list would be a little bit of an understatement, especially with those people who are fans of women's wrestling and its history. It's just quite an honor, and I'm happy to have it, and I'm going to do everything I can to bring it as much prestige and just do the best I can, be the best champion I can be for it.
Obviously, winning a championship is special. It shows that hard work does pay off. But like you said, just the prestige and history, and a lot of established female wrestlers has held on to that title, and now you joined that company, and that has to be saying something, considering the legacy that this championship brings.
Yeah, it's quite a feeling, and my only hope is that at the end of my reign, whenever that may be, obviously my plan is for it to be a lengthy one, but whenever my reign comes to an end, and a year from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now, when people are looking back along the history of the title, I hope that people would see my name in that list and, just kind of like, okay, yeah, she is on the list, she belongs on that list, and has that part of history, and, that's my goal, is just to do that title proud.
And you will be defending that championship, I believe, on November the 17th. And you will be going up against a wrestler by the name of La Rosa Negua. For what I've heard, she is a very talented wrestler herself. She's, for what I've seen of her work, she's definitely going to be a total different opponent for you. I mean, you're used to taking on wrestlers that's technically style and brawler and stuff like that, but you're going up against someone who's mostly known for being a high flyer, loves to have her matches up tempo and stuff. And so how do you feel about going into this matchup against La Rosa, and what's your mindset heading into this match?
I'm not going to take anything away from her. She is a tremendous competitor. I've been scouting her myself and watching her matches. like you said, she's a tough woman, and I have no doubt that she's going to come into Bayville, New Jersey, on November 17th and be quite a competitor and quite a challenger. But that being said, she also hasn't been in the ring with Kacee Carlisle, and I think that it could be just as much of a question to ask, what is she going to do to combat what I'm going to be bringing to her that night? I know that she has the high-flying offense. I know that she, kind of has that style, but I have a style of my own, and I very much intend to ground her. And, I'm not going to give a whole lot of the strategy away at this point in time, but I'm definitely preparing for it. Mentally, I'm more than ready for it. It's my first title defense of the NWA Women's title, so, I'm walking in Bayville as the champion, and my plan 100% is to leave that building still the NWA World Women's title.
For those just tuning in, you are listening to Triple Threat Wrestling Radio right here on ITMIRadio.com, Talk Channel 2. I am joined with the current NWA Women's Champion, Kacee Carlisle, and I looked at that championship, and I noticed how championships can be big and heavy, but that championship looked huge. I mean, when you first head on to that title for the first time, that must have been like heavy, wasn't it?
It is. It is a heavy title belt. Yes, I will give you that. It is heavy, but that's okay. We, the women deserve the attention. We deserve the huge belt. The huge title. I have a problem with that. That's fine. That's the least of my worries. It's just in the weight of the title. It's having it, and it's representing it, and it's defending it. So, yeah, it's big, it's heavy, but that's fine. It's not a big deal.
Not a big deal whatsoever. Another accomplishment for you is that you have made the PWI Top 50 Women Wrestlers of 2012. When you first heard of the news, what was your reaction? And how do you feel to be in that list?
Anytime that you are ranked as the top in whatever your chosen profession is, I think that it's an honor. I think that it's a compliment to hard work and to effort. I moved up a few spots from last year's list from number 46 to number 40, so I was happy about that. There's so many talented women out there that could be ranked. Of course, as I said, anytime you make a list like that, you should feel good about it, and this is no different.
Is there any female wrestler that you are a fan of, or someone that you've had a chance to work with? Because obviously, there's lists like this, there's always going to be people left out that maybe should have been in that list as well. But is there anyone that you have been a fan of, or someone that you have worked with many times that you feel have been left off that top 50 list?
It's hard to answer because, I'm my own favorite wrestler, and I was on there, so that's okay with me. But, the thing is, it's all opinion-based in the list itself. As everybody knows, it's compiled by, the editors of the team at PWI, and it's their opinion. And anytime you have any list of any type in any field, no matter how many people are being ranked or what they're being ranked for, the criteria, it's opinion. And there's always going to be people left off that, creates controversy. There's always going to be people feeling as though the rankings are not necessarily correct, not necessarily accurate. So it's, that's hard to answer. I mean, I'm sure that there are women on there who, or women that not on there who would maybe deserve to be ranked on that. But, that's just one of those things, and it's, I'm not really sure what to say. It's just, it happens, unfortunately. So maybe in a few years they'll feel that there's a need to expand the list, and there'll be more room on there for other women who would deserve it. That would be great.
Well, all I know is, as it pertains to that list, women's wrestling has evolved. There's a lot more talent than ever. actual wrestlers to be exact. And I guess the least they can do is have a top 100 women's list rather than top 50, because on the male side you have top 300, and obviously they have to do a lot of homework and research to put that list together. So it shouldn't hurt for them to find 50 more female wrestlers to be on that list. But that's just me. I'm just happy you on there, and you're a
Oh,
hard
well, thank you.
worker. You're a hard worker. You are without a doubt part of the most busiest wrestlers I've ever known. It seems like you're on the road almost pretty much every week, if not every other week. But congrats on order. It's well deserved, and
Thank you.
this has to be the year of Kacee. I mean, what can I say? I mean, you got the
What
title.
can you say? I'm willing to go along with that. Let's think could happen.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, oh, and people, by the way, you do have a website now. It's www.kacecarlisle.com. We didn't talk about that last time. I think that website came out after the second interview.
It did.
So,
It did. It was launched in July.
so how do you feel about this website that you got going on?
Oh, I'm excited about it. I love the fact that it's finally up. That thing took me so long to do because I'm such a nitpicky pain in the butt with myself. But it's finally up, and social networking is great, but there's just no way. Like, Facebook has a limit on the friends you can have, and I didn't want those restrictions. I wanted to have something that anybody could visit and keep up with me and, learn about me if they wanted to without having to worry about all those scoops. So, as you said, it's KacceCarlisle.com, and I certainly do invite everybody to keep an eye on it. I update it usually at least once a week, if not more frequently. So I invite everybody to visit it regularly.
And you also can check out the match between Kacee Carlisle versus Tasha Simone on there as well. Past interviews, upcoming shows. She may be coming to a city or arena near you. And she also has a merchandise area, so you can check out some autographed pictures, especially for those who are unable to attend the shows that she'll be a part of. So go check it out. KacceCarlisle.com is an awesome website, and
Thank you.
You'll definitely be pleased with the website that it looks. Obviously, when it comes to websites, you got these web designers and stuff like that. Did you have any input in putting this website together? Is it like, did you do some HTML stuff on it? You work on the website yourself, or you had someone assistance on it?
No, I do every little drop of it myself. I designed it, did the colors, and no, I did it all myself, and I maintain it myself. I'm a little bit of a control freak, so everything, my Twitter, my Facebook accounts, my YouTube, it's all done by me. Needless to say, I'm on the computer an awful lot during the day, but it's all done by me. So I'm the one that updates it and controls it. And, it's my little baby.
Again, the website is KacceCarlisle.com. Everybody check it out. Let's go ahead and then talk about some other shows you have coming up. I know you have a lot of the shows, so why don't you go ahead and let the people know. Obviously, you got your show coming up with La Rosa, but why don't you go ahead and talk about the other shows you have coming up?
Well, before I get to my NWA events, I have a show this coming Saturday in Appomattox, Virginia, and that's for a promotion called the BWF. I am the champion there, and I'll be defending that title against this woman named Jennifer Blaze, who's a former title holder. The weekend after that, though, is the big NWA Coastal Show in Bayville, New Jersey. It's the Battle for Bayville. It's taking place at the Elks Lodge on Saturday night, November 17th. And NWA Coastal has actually really decreased the ticket prices for the show. The area where the show is being run was really heavily hit by Hurricane Sandy. And as a result of that, obviously, the area and the community is still recovering from it. NWA Coastal has as a result of that, decided to decrease the ticket prices to $10 each, and children 5 and under are going to be getting in free. It's going to be a really awesome night of wrestling. Of course, in addition to it being my first defense of the women's title against La Rosa Negra, there's going to be so many other talented gentlemen on there as well. Other titles being defended. I really encourage anybody in that area to, take a break from life for a little bit, take advantage of the decreased ticket prices, come out to the Elks Lodge in Bayville, and just let yourself escape in a night of professional wrestling. It's going to be a really fun night. After that, coming up, I have my next NWA show, which is going to be it's NWA Ring Warrior. So they have an all-women's division, which is the Battling Bombshell, and that's going to be in Hollywood, Florida, on Saturday, December the 15th. So be going down to Florida. If everything goes according to my plan, and if things go my way, I plan on defending once again my NWA Women's title in Florida, but the match is scheduled to once again be against La Rosa Negra, and that's again going to be down in Hollywood, Florida on December the 15th. My whole schedule is always up on my website, but I've mentioned a few times. Everybody's invited to check that out, keep an eye on where I'll be in. I really encourage anybody to come out and be in your area at all and just support wrestling, support indie wrestling. It's always a great night to come out.
Most definitely. Everybody support local indie pro wrestling, backbone of professional wrestling. There's a lot of talented wrestlers, male and female, on there, and who knows? You may look back, and they most definitely may end up on the big shows, and you can look back and say, hey, I seen that person. I mean, you never know who's going to be the next big star, maybe going up the big leagues. So by all means necessary, go check out local pro wrestling shows in your areas. And one of these days, Kacee Carlisle, I'm trying. I know you've been telling me. Yeah, I know you've been telling me. Look, Kentucky wrestling programs, UWF, OVW, anyone, please get Kacee Carlisle out here to Kentucky. She would be very happy to take on anybody, and bring that championship with you. And just Kentucky promotions, companies, anybody, get Kacee Carlisle out here. I've been wanting
Line it up.
Yes, I'm trying. I've been trying to tell these companies, I'll do what I got to do. Let's get Kacee Carlisle out here in Kentucky, damn it, and we'll see how that goes. But Kacee, great talking to you as always. 3 times. It just seems like each interview just keep getting better and better, and I'm just very pleased to have you. And congrats on everything you have done. And like I said, you're welcome on the show anytime. You just give me a buzz if you want to get back on, and we'll have you back on.
I will remember to do that. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
You have a good night.
You do the same. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was the NWA Women's Champion, Kacee Carlisle, joining me here on Triple Threat Wrestling Radio.